Hybrid annuity model latest news. The Ministry of Road Transport and Highways has tightened bidding norms for hybrid annuity mode road projects by adding penalties and possible disqualification for contractors linked to major construction failures. Hybrid annuity model. The hybrid annuity model, HAM, is a public-private partnership model used mainly for road and highway projects in India. It was introduced to revive private sector participation in infrastructure after earlier models such as Build Operate Transfer, BOT, faced difficulties due to land delays, traffic risks, financing problems, and stressed balance sheets of developers. HAM combines features of the engineering, procurement, and construction, EPC, model and the Build Operate Transfer annuity model. Under this system, the government and the private developer share financial responsibility, while the government also takes over major revenue risks. In HAM road projects, the government generally pays 40% of the project cost during the construction period. The remaining 60% is arranged by the private developer and is paid back by the government in the form of annuity payments during the operation period. Since toll collection risk remains with the government, the private developer is not dependent on uncertain traffic revenue. Key features of HAM. Shared financing. The government contributes 40% of the project cost during construction, reducing the initial financial burden on private developers. Annuity-based repayment. The remaining amount is paid to the developer in installments after construction, usually over the concession period. Government bears traffic risk. Unlike BOT toll projects, the developer does not depend directly on toll collections. Private sector efficiency. Construction, operation, and maintenance responsibilities remain with the private player, encouraging timely completion and better project management. Performance-linked payments. Payments are linked to project milestones and maintenance standards, creating incentives for quality work. Lower investment risk. Since the government assures payments, banks and financial institutions are more willing to fund such projects. Benefits of HAM. Revival of PPP projects. HAM improved private participation when BOT projects became less attractive due to uncertain toll revenue and financial stress. Reduced burden on government. Compared to EPC, where the government funds the full project cost, HAM allows cost sharing with private developers. Lower risk for developers. Developers are protected from traffic risk, which is difficult to estimate accurately in many road projects. Better bankability. Assured annuity payments improve the confidence of lenders. Focus on maintenance. Since the concessionaire is responsible for operation and maintenance, roads are expected to be maintained better over time. Faster infrastructure creation. HAM has supported the construction of national highways, expressways, and connectivity corridors. Challenges in HAM projects. First, it creates a long-term financial liability for the government because annuity payments must be made for years after construction. Second, if project costs are inflated at the bidding stage, the government may end up paying more over time. Third, many HAM projects depend on timely land acquisition, environmental approvals, and utility shifting. Delays in these areas increase costs and affect project execution. News summary. The MORTH has now introduced stricter norms for HAM tenders to prevent poor quality construction and major structural failures. Through a circular dated April 29, 2026, MORTH extended provisions earlier applicable to engineering, procurement and construction, EPC, contracts to HAM projects. The key change is the introduction of a catastrophic failure clause. A bidder may face a -30 mark penalty or possible disqualification if it has been involved in a catastrophic failure caused by construction defects in any highway project within 2 years before the bid due date. The rule applies to both completed and ongoing projects. MORTH has directed that these modified provisions be included in all ongoing and future HAM bid documents. Meaning of catastrophic failure. MORTH has defined catastrophic failure as serious construction-related incidents that significantly affect project quality, cause loss of life, or create lasting damage to road structures. These include collapse of a bridge, flyover, or underpass, embankment or pavement failure causing loss of serviceability, collapse of the launching girder or staging leading to loss of life during construction, tunnel collapse or trapping of people for more than 72 hours, failure of pavement quality concrete. Significance of the new rules. The new norms are significant for India's highway sector. In the last 3 years, major deficiencies were reported in 67 national highway projects. Earlier, action against defaulting agencies included penalties, termination of agreements, blacklisting, debarment, or declaration as non-performers. The new rule adds a preventive filter at the bidding stage itself. It is likely to benefit companies with strong safety systems, quality control, and clean execution records.